Welcome, adventurers! As some of you have requested, I'm doing a tutorial on my datapack Gravestone Dungeons 1.4 and all the features and structures I've added so far. Let us begin. Throughout the world, you'll find large and small structures, including dozens of loot chests, spawners, and custom bosses. Some reaching deep into the ground, others generate high up in the sky in various biomes and dimensions. Most structures are spread thousands of blocks until they generate again. One of the most important structures is Direwood Keep. It holds a dozen custom traders selling various new items, weapons, tools and armor which can help you on your journey. Arcane nodes are magical points of power which generate across the lands, which vary by the effect they grant to the player who crouches near them. Sometimes you come across little campsites holding the new rogue merchants, which sell overpriced items. The Edinburgh Fair is the second largest structure, which holds a few traders selling their stuff ranging from food and potions, invisible item frames and batting amethyst to the new sickle and rare seeds. It's also possible to buy songs from the Bard and fight against a few smaller challenges. The Cloud Nomads live high up in the sky on large airships. They come in 3 different factions, each with specialized summons. There you can buy some of the new companion summons. In the smaller dungeons you can meet one of the 3 witches of the Crystal Coven to fight with. They'll pull you into the arena if coming too close to the portal and there is no way out once it's started. Rarely, you find larger ravines or caves holding various ore types and items in it. The Infested Church is the first large dungeon which holds the arena of Grimwell, the ferocious bugbear in it. It comes with an arcane node and catacombs full of enemies. By defeating him, the monks of the monastery will return, including Monk Guillaume, a new trailer. The Overgrown Caves, marked with a large stone peak, are a max-sized underground structure with various tunnels filled with loot and spawners and an arena where you can fight the Blighted Mirror. If defeated, you'll unlock Cedric the Bard at Direwood Keep. The Emberstone Bastion is a gigantic floating rock from the Nether flying across the land in the overworld. This is the home of Morbex, the feared one. If you find all 3 shards of his soul, you can summon him by throwing them on the altar in the middle of his library. The last big dungeon so far is the Blackstone Maze in the Nether. If using Amplified Nether, the structure will generate easy visible in the air. If not, it will generate at the bottom of the world. It's marked with a blackstone circle, but its entries are on each side, one at a time. If you fight yourself through the maze, you'll find the Blazing Devil in his arena. I also added a cheat room, only usable by placing it manually in the world if you want to easily check out the pack. It includes most items and entities of the datapack. If you're wearing a full set of armor of the same type, you're rewarded with an effect, depending on the armor set. I added a few recipes for weed seeds to plants blast furnace recipes, and all wood types are craftable in the stone cutter. Horse armor is now upgradable in the smithing table. I added saddles and horse armor which gives speed or resistance to the horse which has them equipped. They are obtainable in small dungeons or at traders. In the library at the top of the Direwood Keep you can find some books which hold a short description of the dungeons across the world. You can buy maps to guide you to the dungeons from Eldred Greyhair at Direwood Keep. Mystical horses will spawn in the Nether from time to time. These can passively heal the player, are very fast, or can run over water and lava. If you kill them, you can use their dropped heart to convert piglins and hoglins to variants which won't zombificate in the overworld. Early on in the game, you'll come across Eisenburn, the delivery boy from Direwood Keep. He offers you a few parcels which include class-specific items to help you in the early game. You can also ask him a few questions about the datapack when talking to him in a chat. He will also spawn at Direwood Keep later on. These are followers, which fight for the player and attack the enemies you hit. They will also follow you and stay near. After 15 minutes they'll despawn. These summons are purchasable at various traders and in various versions. You can buy single-use spells from Elric's Stormweaver. These spells will hurt, freeze, ignite, push away or summon lightning on enemies. There's also the teleportation spell, which lets you create a point where you can teleport to later on, from anywhere in the same dimension. When you find the arena of a boss, you'll see a mist of particles floating in the air. If you come too close to it, the fight will start and there's no turning back until one of the two is dead. Do not underestimate the bosses. They hit hard and don't forgive any mistake. If defeated, they'll drop their specific item at the mist of particles, which can be traded with Vandal Boltung at Direwood Keep for special weapons. Every trader of the datapack will trade with gold and silver coins only. They look like gold and iron nuggets, but aren't usable as coins. Coins are not craftable and only obtainable by looting dungeons, selling resources to traders, or defeating bosses. Traders offer a limited amount of items in the stockpile. They restock every 10 minutes. Some traders will talk to you if you're near them and could hold clues to various Easter eggs and secrets hidden in some structures. From Monk Zacharias at Direwood Keep, You can exchange reinforcement books, which describe what you need to reinforce items specific to the one you're buying with special enchanted books. These can be found in dungeon chests and hold high-level enchantments if you don't want to trade them to Sicarius. There's also a book by Gilbert Silverhand which tells you how to repair the added weapons and tools. If you have all items, just place the item with the corresponding reinforcement tool on the right station to repair it. Same goes for reinforcing items. Most weapons have a secondary ability, which is described in the weapons tooltip. These are charged by earning experience points while holding it, hitting enemies, or by time. Most are activated by crouching with the item equipped. Some arrows have a special ability if held in the offhand. The ender arrow teleports the player. The bonfire arrow summons a hail of arrows. The fire arrow spreads fire. And the cursed arrow turns the target into something less eerie. I added a sickle into the game, which lets you auto farm and replant all vanilla types of seeds. It can be used by holding it and crouching near fully grown plants. It can be charged with a seed type by placing it on a crafting table with a full stack of seeds. That's it for this version. I hope everyone will enjoy it as much as for me making it. Have a great journey, your Sackmaster.